Your brain pays a hidden price for being bilingual. It's all about your brain's control. Because the bilingual brain controls itself a bit more than the monolingual brain, bilinguals may think longer before acting. Why? The short answer is because the bilingual brain developed a strong ability to constantly check for conflict, even if it's not necessary. If you're interested in the long answer, keep watching. Every time a bilingual person speaks, both of their languages are active. When an English-Italian bilingual person hears or says the word apple, the Italian equivalent mela is also activated in their brain. The languages are not stored in separate boxes, and the brain isn't turning one language off. We call it a language repertoire. Since both languages are always active, bilinguals must suppress one language to avoid saying the wrong word. It's called inhibition. It helps bilingual brains pick which language to use and which to silence. Inhibition is not only useful for suppressing languages, monolinguals use it too. For example, it helps you hold back a sarcastic comment to your boss. Inhibition also helps your brain ignore information it doesn't need, like when you scan an article to find an answer to your one question. However, bilinguals use inhibition constantly whenever they interact with someone. That's why they tend to develop this ability more strongly. This mental negotiation introduces milliseconds of delay, which accumulate when decisions are frequent. Importantly, the delay doesn't signal lower intelligence or poorer control. It reflects greater competition and more effortful control. But how do we know that inhibition is happening in the brain? Let's try a quick experiment, even if you're not bilingual. It's called the Stroop task. You will see words that name colors, like red, blue, green, but the color of the ink may be different from the word's meaning. Your task is to name the color of the ink as quickly as you can, rather than reading the word itself. Let's try it together. Ready? When the word red is written in red, it's easy to name the color. But when you see the word red written in blue ink, your brain has to ignore what the word says and focus on the ink color. And that's exactly what inhibition is, ignoring one signal to respond correctly to another. Bilinguals are typically faster at this task, but they are also a bit slower when the word actually matches the color. It's because their brains are so used to filtering and checking for conflict, they stay cautious even when things look easy. For everyday life example, when a bilingual person is driving on a quiet road, they might be more likely to pause and double check. That pause is not necessary, but it still happens. However, on a busy junction, that same control system becomes an advantage. In other words, bilinguals tend to excel at ignoring distractions or misleading cues, but this advantage may come at the cost of slower processing when dealing with accurate and relevant information. Share your experience in the comments.